I had a fall and broke my leg quite bad. And I was rushed by ambulance to Trinity Health. And after looking at the x-rays, the staff there told me that my life had changed and that I would be spending the next year working on my recovery. So that's quite a shock and a bad turn of events. So I spent 2 weeks at Trinity Health. I had 2 surgeries. I had basically fractured my tibia. And then I was sent to another facility for 4 more weeks of inpatient rehab. So 6 weeks of hospitalization. 3 weeks after my accident, the HR supervisor from my employer notified me by email that I was now being moved over to workers' comp, and that the day after my accident, my employer-based health insurance was now terminated. Workers' comp will only cover the costs directly related to your injury. Someone from Cobra will soon be reaching out to you. Now, try to imagine being confined to a bed. You can't do anything without ringing for a nurse. You can't go to the bathroom. If you want a glass of water, anything. They won't let you move. They won't let you out of bed. And I have someone from my employer canceling my health care. I have someone from the workers' comp insurance company trying to limit how much they're going to pay out. And the starting point for that is about 60% of my wages, which weren't very high to begin with. Keep in mind, I'm engineering a career change and I have to start over. I'm starting from the bottom. So any way they can limit the costs, they're gonna try to do that. Did you do any part-time work? Well, yeah, I have a part-time, I teach music privately part-time because my full-time pay isn't enough. Well, we have to factor that into how much we're gonna pay you, and we'll deduct that. So Cobra comes along and the rates are very high, and then it becomes a situation where, well, how does that factor in to the payment now? Well, we need to hear back from the HR department at your employer, and they're not responding to our phone calls or to our emails. And you're trying to get 3 people to talk to each other to get the kind of support and care that you need to get through this crisis, and it's just not happening. And then it occurred to me, am I still on Medicaid? I never canceled it. So I still had the contact info for my caseworker, and I called him up and he answered like on the first or second ring. And I told him my situation. And I said, I feel bad because I feel like now that I had a full-time job in healthcare, I was supposed to cancel Medicaid, and I guess I forgot. He said, no, you don't cancel, because it's a new job. We don't know how much money you're gonna make by the end of the year. We don't know if it's gonna last. You stay on Medicaid. And yes, you are indeed covered.